What's the difference between Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, VMware Service, OCI, VCS, and VMware's Cloud on AWS? Both of them have VMware in the title, but which one should you choose? Hey, it's Keith Townsend from the CTO Advisor, and over the past month or so, we've been doing a sponsored study by Oracle of the various VMware Cloud solutions. This term VMware Cloud is very confusing. I explained VMC in concept in another video, but we're taking that next level look at the differences of the various solutions. VMware Cloud on AWS is VMware's go-to-market solution. When you get a visit from your VMware Salesforce, they are going to be pushing the VMC on AWS solution. It is administered and sold by VMware. It runs on top of AWS's service, but it's not an AWS service. You have to go to cloud.vmware.com to purchase it, set up a separate account, and get billed and supported through VMware. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure and the other solutions are managed by the individual cloud providers. This gives the ability to differentiate solutions. So Oracle sponsored us to go out and take a look at all of the cloud providers. With exception, we've done the three. We're still working on Google. Microsoft Azure's solution is in preview. And as of this writing, we're not comfortable going through that and publishing results. However, we've done enough work that we can tell you conceptually the difference between the solutions. You heard about the VMC on AWS solution. It's VMware's kind of opinionated way of providing managed vSphere. You go to the VMC console, you provision your SDDC, it deploys in a VMware managed VPC, Amazon VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, and then you consume the service as you would any other software as a service. You don't really know the version numbers, the underlying infrastructure isn't as important as opposed to knowing the number of cores, the amount of CPU, etc., that you have to provision to your resources. VMware handles the bits of VMware vSphere and the management of that. The Oracle solution is slightly different. It is sold and supported by Oracle. When you deploy it in your VCN, Virtual Cloud Network. It sits alongside your other Oracle services. If you have Oracle DB as a service, you consume that as you would in any account through your Oracle Cloud Control Plane. However, I think conceptually the difference is the approach of the platforms. AWS is a partnership with VMware. OCI is an OCI owned, Oracle owned solution. So it adopts the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure philosophy towards cloud migration. Oracle believes that their customers want to bring their applications to the public cloud as they are and manage them as they are. So you can get anywhere from a Oracle database as a service to something as self-maintained as bare metal infrastructure, and you install Oracle on those bits. And then your DBAs and your IT admins all manage that infrastructure and start to gradually modernize the applications as the organization planned. The VMware service on OCI is very much the same. You have the bits to VMware. You can go in there and look at the license keys. You can go in there and poke around and see what version of vSphere you're running. The actual hardware, you can install whatever you would like to install, whether that's good or bad. You can manage your vSphere deployment in the cloud as you would on-prem. That appeals to an audience. That appeals to that audience that believes in the Oracle Cloud approach to cloud and data center modernization. There are two different solutions pegged at two different audiences. I'm glad that both are out there. VMware Cloud on AWS is something, if you want a turnkey solution that limits you in a little bit on gives you guardrails on how you can break stuff in the cloud. And Oracle is VMware expert mode in the public cloud. You want to learn more about the study? It will be released in a couple of months. You can follow me on the web, thectoadvisor.com, where we'll post the study results and get consistent updates at CTO Advisor on Twitter. Talk to you next, CTO Dose.